Hello everyone and welcome to today's video. This is Stefan from the Adweber Brothers and I also have my brother Alex here today.
Hello guys!
So we are both commentating to today's video. We have a best of 3 matches from the Sword and Shield on format because we are both participating in the Table Mount Challenge lately and we really like this Sword and Shield on format. So we have the same tournament style as the Omnipoke Challenge has it. We have to select 3 different decks and we have to win our best of 3.
Yeah, and as you can see, game 1 is a Decidueye deck versus an Eternatus. And yeah, so I started with a pretty solid hand and used the capture energy to get myself a second wallet and used the Geomise from the Snorlax.
Right, so I decided Eternatus as my first pick because it's one of the most played decks in the Table Mount Challenges with always moderate placements in this tournament, and it has some good matchups against the whole board, and I didn't know which decks I had to expect from my brother, to be honest. I mean, I knew there is definitely Decidueye ongoing because we're both loving Decidueye because it's very good in this current format. I thought Eternatus is a good starter, and as you can see, I was able to knock out the first Rowlet on turn 1 by using a Hooper. And in my list, I have 4 Hooper in the deck because I wanted definitely to counter the Decidueye, which I would also do if I would participate in the Table Mount Challenge.
Yeah, as I can already see by looking through my deck, 2 are candies are priced, so I have to play with only 2, and also 1 wallet is priced, so pretty tough playing only with 2 wallets since 1 is priced and 1 is already getting KO'd turn 1. But I was able to get the Decidueye in the second turn, and yeah, going to use Dragapult again to draw more cards and try to get started next turn.
Yeah, I must admit, I think his setup is not as strong as it used to be because he's just having 1 Decidueye. I mean, he explained now why there is no more Rowlers on the board, but this helps me out a lot. So if I can get this Decidueye down by using my Hooper, I already checked the deck, I have 4 in there, so it's definitely possible to beat 2 Decidueye in this game. With 3 I cannot deal anymore because he's one-shotting at a Hooper. I'm trying to set up my board here, placing an Eternatus, opting to want to bench the Sableye, or what do I want to do next. Also have an Eternatus VMAX, which I could evolve already so I can fill up my bench to have even more space. And I think the best option right now is to get at least a second Hooper out and attack with Eternatus, get more energies on the board, and try to get as many cards in my hand and on the board as possible to have a good setup, which I really need in the following turns. And I also need boss as much as possible so I can hit his Rowlets in the early turns. Because this is the only way to win against this Decidueye deck. Yeah, Alex, what is your game plan here? So what do you want to do?
Since you're not playing any Poisonous variant, my game plan is definitely to knock out the Hoopers pretty quickly, trying to get the boss, and as you already said, 3 Decidueye would be perfect, since the Hoopers have weakness and an easy one-shot. And yeah, only have to KO the Hoopers and then the game is pretty much over for you. But yeah, you attack with the Eternatus, get a second energy from the Manis, and yeah, you also shuffled my backhand in, and my hand is pretty okay, but not the best of all.
Could be better, honestly.
Yeah, the capture energy is great to get at least the last wallet out of the deck. Could play the ordinary route here to get already back 1 of my wallets, but not sure if that's the right play now, because I maybe need, since 1 is priced 2 later. So I'm not sure if that's the perfect play, but I can at least attack this turn if we want to, or I will set up again with the Traumatized. But I'm playing the Skylar to get myself a boss, or next turn maybe, getting me the knocking on the Hooper pretty easily, or knocking out or hitting on the Sableye or the Eternatus VMAX.
Right, here's back to my turn already. So we want to give you the insight of both players' decks and deck choices and the plays we made. That's why so you have the best experience in these matchups and you can learn a lot from it. If you're interested in the lists we played, just comment below and we will post the lists in the description if it's required or if you want it. It's no problem. We definitely want to share our lists. You have already seen the Decidueye deck in 2 other videos. One is from my side, one is from Alex's side. So we also already explain our decks and deck lists and deck choices. So if you're interested in that, it's already up. Yeah, well, let's go back to the game. I set up pretty good. I got this free Hooper on the board. I got my Eternatus VMAX out and can knock out the Snorlax. Unfortunately, there was no boss, but that's no problem right now because he has just one Decidueye in play and 1 Rowlet. So
yes.
Can definitely win.
Yes, and he played a Mani again, so my boss is back in the deck. So can't play the boss game yet. Maybe getting to Rotom Phone? No. No boss, unfortunately. Not very good cards there. 5 cards which pretty okay, but not in this situation right now.
There's the ordinary rod again.
Yes. And putting the Rotom Phone on the top, maybe for next turn to get me at least 1 more card. But I'm trying to set up the second Decidueye here, getting me a second and last candy for now out of the deck.
Yeah, because it would be a target for a boss next turn maybe.
Yes.
Then it would be really trouble for him.
Yes. And just attacking with the Splitting Arrow. Putting the damage on the Hooper, which is maybe not the best play here, but we will see.
Yeah, because he's knocking out the Hooper anyway at a one-shot, so he needs to deal 6 times to 20 on the Hooper to get a prize, and I would attack with this Hooper instead in later turns. So I also think it would have been better to do the damage on either Eternatus or another Crobat.
Yes, and there's the Hooper attack, attaching the Hiding Energy onto second Hooper. And not having a great hand, 3 cards, only the Rotom Phone is the best card in my hand, which doesn't mean a lot. But maybe we'll be able to get a supporter card here, which would be pretty nice. There's a supporter, but only a Skylar.
Mani would be good now, a Bird Keeper also okay.
Yeah, definitely better than just a Skylar here. But still, the best supporter I can get. Maybe playing a Skylar to get another supporter for next turn. Also able to attach the energy to the Decidueye. But just deciding to attack here, taking the knockout onto Hooper and dealing again damage on the Hooper and on the Eternatus.
Hooper is okay, but if you can deal enough damage to the Crobats, you can later just get the boss for a knockout on Crobat and can win.
Yeah, or
later
just
turns.
attack with the Rowlets and the Bird Keeper and snipe with 60. Also a way to take the knockouts on the bench.
Yeah, Violet Fury, definitely. So my hand looks pretty good here. I have Mani, Research and Boss, so I can say whatever I want to play, and I think Mani was also not the best choice here because he didn't play any good supporter card. So I knew his hand was bad, but on the other side, I don't want to play any other supporters like Research to discard Boss, and I just want to keep the Boss and at the same time get fresh hand.
And as you can see, the Mani was pretty good for him. Didn't draw too well again. No good supporter card. Only the Boss, which is not the best right now. Since the Hooper is already active, I can take the knockout on that now. And I don't really need to attack anything else on the bench. At least I have an energy, so I am able to attack, but no Rowlets in the deck. The Quick Ball would be pretty nice if there's a Rowlet in the deck, but yeah. One is priced, the other 2 is already getting killed, so Ordinary Rod, that would be the perfect card now, or the Skylar, now would be perfect, but yeah, as you can see, not having that here. Thinking about playing the Quick Ball here, playing the Quick Ball on the Snorlax, might have been better to discard the Stadium here. But yeah, okay, just getting a Snorlax out of deck to fin a little bit and attacking again with the Splitting Arrow, taking the knockout on the Hooper and dealing again 20 on the Hooper, maybe good with the Rowlet later, maybe not, we'll see that.
Yeah, you definitely had a game plan here, yes. Ready to set up, but I'm going to attack with this Hooper now.
Yes.
Luckily I also got my 4th Hooper out.
Yeah. And also the 2 Hiding Energies were pretty good for him, not needing to retreat the Eternatus last turn with the energy and the air balloon. And also a Tool Patch, getting a hatch, also pretty huge maybe. 1 more energy attachment is always nice, especially if you need to retreat maybe with an energy with the Eternatus and the air balloon, so yeah.
So the game plan for the Decidueye is also rather simple. You need to get out free Decidueye and be able to attack multiple times, and they cannot knock out free Decidueye with the Hooper as long as you are able to knock out the Hoopers turn per turn. So That's the easiest game plan for Decidueye, but you need to have the setup and the resources available so you can achieve this goal. And as you see now, he has 1 Rowlet prized and 2 are down. If I can get this Decidueye down here, I definitely win this game.
And I already mentioned the Poison Variant is more easier to win against since only to attach the Warm Energy, because most of the decks don't play any Crushing Him right now, especially not the Eternatus, sometimes but not often. And if they don't, you most likely have one if you have one Decidueye out. So that's definitely a tougher Eternatus variant to play against, but also winnable matchup, as already mentioned, with 3 Decidueye here.
Yeah, maybe I want to point out why I play BD here. And also Turbo Patch not opting to play PTCGO net, or what was the other way? The other way was with Poison or even Crushing Hammers. Thing is, against Zacian or Magenta, you cannot win with 4 Hooper alone, so that's why you need Sableye. And my game plan here, especially against the Zacian matchup, is to start with an attack of Hooper and then using either Turbo Patch or BD to get 2 energy on the Sableye way to knock out an Zacian. So just for other matchups as well, if you're trying to ask yourself, how can I also beat other decks rather than playing just against Decidueye?
Yeah, and I'm playing the boss here, taking the KO on the Sableye, knocking out the Sableye and dealing damage to Hooper and the Eternatus again. So he's definitely able to take the knockout into the Decidueye this turn, obviously, and he has also a pretty good hand with 2 boss and a BD in the hand, if he needs to play that. But now, he has a pretty good board state, and I have no wall on the bench, no way to get a Decidueye next turn. Pretty tough spot.
My hand is really good, and I was able to knock out the last Decidueye now. So it's still a possibility for him to win by getting the last Decidueye out and using Scoop Up Net to get the Pokemon back on his hand, but I have 2 balls in hand, so there's a high chance that I win this game right now, but it can go in both directions.
Yes, at least getting the wallet off the price cut, so there's still a chance to get at least the wallet, and setting up as the last Decidueye here. Playing the Wango, getting a boss.
So maybe could stall a turn if that's a chance. I have played free switch and 1 air balloon.
Yeah, and already hiding MGs are gone, 1 on the active and I guess 1 on discard pile if you remember correctly. Yeah, and I'm able to base down the wallet, attach an energy, and fin my hand to the maximum I can to play at least the ability of the Snorlax again and maybe get something for next turn. But as we can already see, he has a boss in hand.
My hand is pretty solid here, yes.
And he can take the knockout on the wallet again and there give up because there's no way to win again.
But that was game 1 and I am in the lead right now.
Yeah.
I hope I can bring this one home.
Yeah, and
next game is already up.
Yes.
So this time I decided to play maybe a secret deck for the next Tablemon challenge is around Frosmoth with Darmanitan, the Fire Darmanitan. So the basic plan to build up all the energies on the basic and then evolve it to Darmanitan, and you can one-shot the Decidueyes and Zacian decks. So these are the really good matchups you have. I'm also playing 2 copies of Lapras, for which I can
scoop the energies into the hand from the opponent's Pokemon.
Yeah, so I can get 2 energies from Eternatus or Dragapult back into my opponent's hand and could slow him down a little bit. But there is also a chance I win against these 2 decks, and that's pretty much the whole meta we have. We have also seen Cinderace recently pop up, but this is also a good matchup as we have Lapras and Suicune in the deck because we are a water deck. So I think this could be a secret deck for the next Tablemon challenge. I'll definitely keep you up and make a separate video next Wednesday for you guys.
Yeah, and as you can also see, I'm playing Zacian in this game. So not great matchup here. He's playing a fire deck, especially against Zacian. So not easy to win against that.
It should be an auto win for me actually, yes.
My hand is really okay, could be better, but at least I have support card, ways to draw something. Yeah, attaching the Avalon to the active, banishing the Iggy Slash since 50 can knock out the Snom as well as the basic of the Darmanitan since it has Metal Weakness. Yeah, playing the Rotten Phone here. Energy on the top is always nice. Be able to play the Zacian maybe, or a Wango later to put the energy back on the top. Deciding to put the Metal Energy on the top, attaching the Metal Energy to Eternatus and playing the Crobat. Getting 2 Scrappers, which are not good in this matchup, I guess. Maybe there are some 2 cards from my opponent, but likely that he will play something as
anything relevant, yes.
Just air balloons maybe. And yeah, getting to Decidueye from the research, able to retreat from the air balloon, also getting me the saucer, playing that onto the Aegislash, and playing the Interrupted Sword. Unfortunately, no energy there.
So this was a really also solid turn 1. I think my turn 1 was also really good. Now my hand is... I think I got a little bit stuck here. I definitely need Frosmoth right now so I can attach more energies. I'm also playing Training Center so I can get energies back from the discard. Because I need to discard some with the Darmanitan, which is 110 plus 60 if I discard all of them. But I don't have to do that against the Zacian and Aegislash, because they just have 220 and 210 HP respectively. Yeah, I still miss the Frosmoth here, although playing research, but I can get the knockout here. Yeah, and Aegislash cannot revenge KO by Darmanitan because it has 140 HP and Aegislash just deals 130. I thought it's rather safe to attack with Darmanitan here right now.
Yes. I have a pretty big hand, 3 energies. Not too good in the hand, but yeah. Retreating onto the Aegislash, playing the boss to take out 1 Snom, so trying to get rid of the Snom and later Frosmoth to not letting him attach all the energies he wants to his basics, other Pokemon, and yeah, trying to set up the Zacian on the bench, attaching an energy there.
Yeah, not much going on, but I think it's still favorable for me right now if I can get Frosmoth out. So I know I need Snom for later turns because this is what he's going for right now. And I need to find that Snom. I also realized his hand is really big, so I need to play Marnie this turn definitely. Also guaranteed me the Darmanitan after the Marnie. And let's hope the best to get a Frosmoth out next turn.
They're going to play the air balloon.
Yeah, but don't know where to attach it here. I think it's not even necessary, but I don't want to draw it later in the game, so I decided to play it on the Darmanitan. I think this was the worst card I could attach it to. I think all the others would have been better, but never mind. I think this is not as relevant. The most relevant thing here is that I missed the Frosmoth again, so and don't need to discard the energies right now because it's a knockout with just 110.
And he played money, so only down to 4 cards in my hands.
Yeah.
And not too great.
Yeah, I was thinking like, okay, can he get a knockout now? I mean, I don't think so. He definitely needs a lot going on. If he wants to have a knockout here, it's just 1 energy, 4 cards short. But as you see, he got a pretty good hand.
Yes, getting the Decidueye and the Crobat, able to draw 5 more cards, also having the switching card in hand, and drawing the Metal Saucer. So I'm able to take the knockout here this turn. Also playing the Decidueye ability, getting me a money for maybe next turn. And playing the Saucer onto the Zacian, able to switch here. Can also play a protocol this turn, but don't decide to since there is no need to. And it's pretty solid. Able to play the Eligos next turn if I want to get a boss maybe from the discard pile. Just taking the knockout here. Since, yeah, he can definitely take the revenge knockout here, only needs the Frosmoth and the Darmanitan, but since he hasn't played the Frosmoth yet, there's a pretty good chance I thought he doesn't have it.
At least everything, yeah. Because I'm still trying to find this Frosmoth here, and I'm not sure if I want to evolve, but I think I have to. But then I can attach just energy per turn, and this brings me in a bad spot. So I can also evolve and play the boss for a Jirachi, but then I would give him a knockout on my Darmanitan again and have no backup attacker, yes. So I don't want to do that either. Now I finally can find a Frosmoth, but I have nothing left in my hand or nothing really good. And I misplayed here by benching the Jirachi. I should have waited and left this space open so I could have used a Crobat now. I'm trying to select either the basic or Crobat for next turn in case he knocks me out. And I decided to go for the basic because I have 2 Jirachi going on. I can get energies back. I don't think he's playing any stadium right now. And I have Frosmoth, so I can at least start attaching energies. That was the game plan here, but definitely made a misplay here. Otherwise, this could have been a really good turn.
Just attaching the energies, not evolving, since that's not too great. Could have done that, but if I'm able to get this knockout somehow onto the basic Darmanitan, he will have one more Darmanitan more in the discard pile and able to get that. It's difficult if he has one less. So yeah, I got to retreat, got a Bird Keeper from the Jirachi and played the Waterfall to get a boss here. So I am able to knock out everything I want this turn. Playing down the Wanguru, switching the card with Private Wisdom, getting me the boss. Playing the switch on the Zacian and deciding to play the boss onto the basic. So I definitely know he can't take a knockout next turn, since he needs to wait 1 round to evolve his Pokemon here. And yeah, that's great for me, as well as having a Bird Keeper in hand, knowing that they can attack next turn. For sure, if you don't play money, but yeah.
And this brought me in a really bad spot here, so this misplay actually helped him out a lot. And I need to wait at least 1 more turn if he is not getting another boss out. So I can even start attacking here. I mean, now the matchup is now a 50-50 matchup and not positive anymore because of this misplay. So definitely always keep a watch on your bench and which cards you want to play. It can hurt you a lot here. So I need to wait a turn. I'm not deciding to do anything here, just waiting and hoping he doesn't have another boss, otherwise game would be over.
Also not playing the boss here from Stefan, so I still need a switch card, but I think if he had done that, that wouldn't have mattered too much, since the boss later might be better to get some Zacian or Jirachi from the bench to get an easy KO, especially with the Darmanitan with 1 energy on the Jirachi here. I'm playing a Quick Ball onto Metal Energy and deciding to get a second Zacian down. Out of the deck at least. Playing it down yet, maybe later. Playing the Wango here, putting an energy on the top, getting me a cape. Which is pretty good since he needs to discard the energies if he wants to KO Zacian with the cape here. So I'm playing down the Zacian, the cape, as well as attaching an energy. Look for the discard pile for my retreat options. I already have 2 Switch and 1 Bird Keeper in the discard pile, so that's something to look out for. But yeah, I'm taking the knockout here, going down to 2 prize cards.
And my game plan here now is to knock out the Zacian, hoping he doesn't have a backup, and then I can use Lapras or Suicune for the last knockout of a Jirachi on the bench, because I have the boss in hand. I can now search my deck for Crobat and hope I find all the energies I need.
And a way to retreat.
And a way to retreat, yes. So there's at least a chance for me to win. And yeah, this was what I'm trying to get here. Try to get the energy first, then I want to evolve here. Maybe, maybe not.
In the evolve here, I think, because he can still attach an energy active and 1 with the ability of the Frosmoth, so this is another way to retreat. But he only got 1 energy, so yeah, it wouldn't have mattered there. But definitely the right play, I think.
But now I can evolve here and hope I get a retreat option out of Jirachi, so I don't have to play money. Okay, I got an energy, so I definitely can retreat, and because there's no cape attached to the active Zacian, I don't need to
discard the energies.
Yes, right. So next turn I can knock out with my boss everything on the board. At least of a Crobat, but only metal Pokemon that have boss for a game next turn in hand. So this is my game plan here. And as a backup, I still have a Lapras going on.
There's the knockout on the Zacian. So I'm a tough spot here, no retreat option in hand, only able to attach 1 energy. Need a Saucer if I want to attack this turn. getting the phone from Decidueye.
Yeah, but he has 3 Marnie and I wasn't expecting a Marnie right now.
Yes.
So this is something that hurts me in the next turn, as you will see soon.
And there's the wooden phone. No saucer here, but at least the switch. You get Decidueye on the bench if I draw a saucer from the Marnie here. And I don't get it, unfortunately. But the hand is pretty solid. I have 2 switch. If I need them, I have Eldegos, which will get me the boss from the discard pile. There I made a little misplay, not putting the energy on top of the deck, instead putting something else. But I used Interpreter's Wall and got lucky and got 1 more energy here. I also retreated to the Crobat since that's the only Pokemon he can't knock out in 1 hit. And my only game plan here was to wait 1 turn, hoping he can't knock me out, not playing the boss, and I can take the knockout onto the Crobat next turn.
Yeah, does he play the Marnie? All my bosses are gone right now. And I have to wait 1 more turn for a knockout. I mean, I can prepare a Lapras on the bench right now. But I'm in a bad situation as well, because if he can get out the boss next turn, and I mean, we already know now that he has Eldegos for boss in hand and also a retreat option, he can simply win. And I was afraid he has a boss right now, but the only thing I was hoping for is that he does not have boss right now, because then this is game. And yeah, we know already he has the boss from Eldegos, so I will pretty much lose here. And I probably lost because I made this misplay in the mid game by benching the second Jirachi instead of keeping this bench space open.
But he made the right call at the end, still not discarding the energies here, so if he needs to retreat next turn or do something like that, he can still do that. But yeah, I got the boss here, getting me the Crow in the active position, playing the switch onto the Zacian, and just taking the knockout here and winning this game.
Yeah, it's 1-1 now, so it's now on to the last game. I mean, obviously it's clear which deck I selected as a 3rd game. Yes, it's the Decidueye, guys. It's the Decidueye. And I think Alex knew that I am going to play the Decidueye. That's why he chose Dragapult right now.
Yes, which has the best matchup, I guess.
Yeah, it comes close to an auto loss here. So the Decidueye's only really big auto loss is Dragapult here. I mean, Cinderace is obviously also a bad matchup, but if it's a little slower than you can definitely win it.
Yeah, as you have already seen in the last videos. If not, go and watch them.
Yes, there we have one game against Cinderace where Alex won against the Cinderace deck. So that shows that it's possible if he has a slow start.
Yes, and as you can see, I have not the perfect hand here. Only a Clefairy active and need to play the Crobat down, not getting me a Dragapult, only able to attach the energy on the active.
Well, my start looks pretty solid actually, with 1 Rowlet out and also opting to play a Marnie, but I think he didn't play anything or a lot cards out, no Dragapult, no energy on Dragapult, so I know I have 1 more turn left, and depending on what he has next turn, I can save this money for next turn. This is what I'm doing. Because I was hoping to get the Decidueye out next turn and setting up a second one, because I have at least 1 more turn available, because he needs 2 more turns before attacking with Dragapult.
Benching the Snorlax here, playing the Marnie, hoping to get Dragapult here, but as well, no Dragapult, no Quick Ball. So yeah, having the Evelyn, attaching that to the active one, playing the Crushing Hammer, getting heads, getting rid of a Twin Energy. That's great at least. And yeah, just playing the ability of Snorlax, drawing me 4 cards.
Yeah, and the Dragapult is not only good in this Sword and Shield on format, but also in the current format. You can already play a Sword and Shield on list, maybe with 1 or 2 adaptations, but we already featured Dragapult VMAX in our recent videos. You can also check that out on our channel, and you can see that you can also beat ADP Zacian with this Dragapult deck. That's definitely also possible.
Yes, and as you have already seen, the Marnie hurt Stefan really, only getting him 4 cards, not a great hand, not able to play anything really down, just playing the Quick Ball, getting with a Rowlet, and just needs to use the ability of Snorlax here. And yeah, I got a Clefairy down, a Marnie again, and do I get, yes, I get a Dragapult now, finally, but no energy. So yeah, I got a Dragapult but no energy. Getting also the Crushing Hammer, but Tails this time, playing down Dragapult at least, and yeah, again, Snorlax ability.
So I started really slow and I realized, okay, I do have a chance here if he needs more turns. So he still needs 2 more turns before he starts attacking, and I need to get out as much Decidueye cards and Pokemon as possible to start dealing damage when he's going to attack. But my hand doesn't look good either, so I can just start to set up more Rowlets before getting Decidueyes out and hoping my board state is good when he starts attacking, because I'm also really slow this time.
Pretty much Snorlax game right now, just using the abilities 3 to 4 times. But yeah, that's how it is. Sometimes that's one SSh-on Format, but that makes it fun.
Yes, it's not over in 3 or 4 turns when you play against ADP Zacian, for example.
Yes. And at least now I got the energy and the VMAX as well, so I'm able to evolve this turn. Also playing the Crushing Hammer down, getting a Tails again. Considering playing the Research here, but there's no really good reason to play that. Keeping Conflable in hand might be good, so if he really attacks with the Decidueye next turn, I can discard 2 and put 2 energies on the top of the deck maybe, or discard 1 and put 1 back, so he's not able to attack one more turn again.
I'm able to get out 2 Decidueye right now. So I was hoping to get 3, but I have still no supporter in hand. I'm just checking my deck and getting nothing right out. I need more cards from Snorlax. Need to start attaching more energies, because I can also use my Kangaskhan. So this is one card I'm not. So my brother Alex is not playing in his Decidueye deck, but it's really good against Zacian builds because it then 2-shots your Aegislash, and it's more easier to win against Aegislash, which is a really tough matchup when you have no counter. It's possible to win as well, but it's really tough. So I decided to add Kangaskhan as well.
And now I got second energy and Dragapult, so I'm able to get into game this turn, trying to attack, taking knockouts here, and he wasn't able to evolve one of his Rowlets, so I can make a 2-price turn this turn, taking the knockout on the Snorlax as well as the Rowlet here, which is pretty huge. Taking out a Rowlet this early, not needing to attack with Shred, that's great.
Yeah, so this is also really relevant right here, because he has 2 prizes and I lost one of my Rowlets, so I maybe should have waited a little longer with my Rowlet here to bench 2 more Rowlets so he can get out at least another Decidueye, because it's highly unfortunate he knocks out 2 Rowlets in a row, and at least one of my Decidueyes would have been unhurt at this point. But my hand looks a little better now, and I can already start attacking with Kangaskhan. So I need 320 in total to knock out the Dragapult, and I knew I am doing 120, and by using 6 Segun plus Scoop Up Net I can deal 140, and then I have to attack 2 times with the Decidueye to knock out the first Dragapult. Yeah, but it doesn't look very good right now for me. So he's definitely taking 1 or 2 more prize cards before I can even knock out 1 Dragapult, and this really shows the power of Dragapult and how bad the matchup is for the Decidueye. Because although he had a bad start, he's still in the lead, yeah, definitely.
And there's the attack for 120. Also getting 20 on the Kangaskhan, but that doesn't matter too much since I'm dealing 130 anyways. Got a hammer again, playing that. Getting hit, that's great, so at least he needs to attach an energy to one of his Decidueye if he needs to attack. And I have another pretty good hand, just the whole energy in sense, which is not necessary now, so I'm just attacking here, thinking about putting the damage onto the Decidueye here.
And the good thing is that he has a way to set up another Dragapult here, so this is the last hope I have to win this game. So here there's no Scoop Up Net for him to build up another Dragapult, and that's the only out I have. But obviously when we were playing these games I didn't know that. I was trying to knock out the Clefable and Clefairy here, so I can also not disrupt my energies that I have on board, and by also at the same time starting to knock out Dragapult.
And he's playing his Kyle again, getting him Omani, which is pretty common with Decidueye doing that a lot. Since you have support, the supporters are needed, and often do you need to play the Sky and the money for the next turn, also the boss or some place like that, but that's pretty solid not having a 2 weight hand, and he can use the money next turn to disrupt my hand again. But that's fine for me. As you can see, I have not a good hand, so disrupting my hand is fine for me. But I get a Clefable from the instance, getting him 1 energy on top of his deck at least, so he needs to attach 1 to the Decidueye. And also it's great that he got 20 damage from the Hollow energy, so if I attack with 60 and he really tries to attack with the same Decidueye again, he's knocked out as well, so that's great for me. And yeah, I just attacked with Shred, so it's on 140 now.
Yeah, so I was thinking now, I do have 1 more Rowlet left, so I need 1 or 2 more Rowlets, so there were 2 ways, either play an ordinary rod or a scoop up net, and I quickly realized that there's an ordinary rod in my deck, and I need to find scoop up net instead to get my Decidueye back, so it has 0 damage now, and he has no backup from Dragapult, and I can start setting up another Decidueye in the following turns. I don't want to play Marnie here, because he hasn't played any supporter cards in the recent turns. Maybe I still have a chance at this point and can get at least 1 and more Decidueye out to win this game.
Yes, and taking the knock on the Dragapult. Huge shame not having Dragapult as he said on my bench, so no attacking this turn. But yeah, I have a Dragapult in hand at least, and a Hollow energy, and I have Snorlax on the bench, so at least I can do something here. Playing the Quick Ball to thin out my deck, playing the second Quick Ball to thin out the Snorlax from the deck, not taking anything here, just playing down the Dragapult and the Hollow energy, retreating onto the Snorlax and using the ability as again to draw 6 more cards.
And I got 1 more turn because he needs to set up, and this was what I was hoping for. Unfortunately, because this list is so tense, I decided to run 0 boss order in this deck right now, which really would help me out a lot. So you will see later in the game that boss is a card that you definitely want to play.
Yes. And maybe a mistake again here, playing down another Rowlet.
Yes.
Maybe knowing that I will get Dragapult out next turn and taking an easy knockout there again.
Yeah, but I was thinking either you're going for my Decidueye or my Rowlet, but either way, I have at least 1 of those 2 still in play.
Yes, that's true. And there's the Stadium for another Decidueye for next turn, also having the Bird Keeper in hand, so he can snipe next turn with the wall on the bench if he wants to.
Yes, I just need 3 more prizes, just now I just need 2 more prizes, and I can see that there is still a chance for me to win. I just need to knock out the Zigzagoon and the Clefable, and here boss would have been insane.
Yes, and I got a pretty good hand out of his money, getting me the VMAX as well as the energy and his Scoop Up Net, so I can put the Snorlax into my hand, getting rid of all the damage counters as well as being able to attack this turn, and I decided to go for the knock on the wallet here.
Yeah, because then I cannot use Bird Keeper and snipe 60 on the bench, which would have helped me a lot.
Yes, and if he attacks me, he takes 40 damage because of the whole energy, so I thought if he wants to do that, he can do that. I will attack with 60 again next turn, and yeah, if he wants to attack again, he's knocked out, so...
I need to be careful now that he doesn't have boss, because then he can win very quickly by taking out the Ranguru and Zigzagoon, or just taking out 1 Decidueye. And I realized, okay, I need a Scoop Up Net to get my Pokemons back in my hand, and at the same time dealing damage on Clefable and Zigzagoon, which I would be able to knock out in 3 turns if possible. This is the only chance I have left because of not playing boss in this list. Yeah, so I'm just
thinning out the deck here, getting rid of cards you don't need anymore. Keeping the Zigzagoon in hand, definitely white play, playing it down later maybe, so 20 damage, at least 10 damage might be good, so just attacking here.
Yeah, that might be relevant in the end, yes.
Yes. Attacking here, 20 onto the Clefable and Zigzagoon, Clefable just with 30 HP left, so pretty easy target to get knocked out next turn.
Yeah,
if
but
you
there
want to
is
play
a
it on
top
Sickening.
deck of Scoop Up Net, and this completely ruins my plan.
Yes, being able to get the Clefable or the Zigzagoon into my hand next turn, or the next turn after that, or this turn at least, if you want to. But I think I don't decide to do that, just attacking with Shred, taking 60 damage onto this Decidueye, and now if he wants to attack, he's getting knocked out as well, so yeah.
I need to retreat, yeah, and I need to Scoop Up Net the Oranguru now, because if he has boss, and I was really afraid he has a boss, he can just win by getting in front the Oranguru and dealing 50 to the already damaged Decidueye. And I know this is a really tough spot right now, and I didn't know he has a Scoop Up Net, so I knew I maybe still have a chance, and I was happy I still have a chance, but this will not work out as planned. So now next turn I would have just simply won, but it's not possible due to this Scoop Up Net.
Also getting money, so getting rid of Zigzagoon in his hand as well, if I didn't have the Scoop Up Net, so that would have also been a way if I needed to. But yeah, playing the Scoop Up Net here, taking the Zigzagoon. Could have played the Clefable, but I thought if I need to 10 damage counters later, maybe to knock out this Decidueye with 120 on the bench, I can use that later on. So yeah, put that in my hand and play the money here. Yeah, had a lot of big hand, so bring him down to 4. Thought it was a great idea here. Getting me Horror Energy as well.
And boss, yeah.
Yes, and the boss. And yeah, just be able to attack with Shred again.
Yeah, and I cannot attack him right now because he has 3 Horror Energy attached, and I would have been knocked out, so at this point I actually have lost already. So Alex will win this best of 3 match by 2-1. And yeah, guys, I hope you also enjoyed this
Special kind of video.
Yeah, it's
here.
Right, and if you like it, please leave a like, leave a comment, and if you want to see more of our videos, you can also subscribe. We will also have Dragon Ball Super, and starting on January also have Digimon content on our channel, so definitely stay tuned.
Yeah, see you on the next video, and hope to see you again here.